Supreme day to you, chosen divine beings. It's your girl Ocean Messenger here with another message from the waves. For those of you out there who may have experienced or are going through being adopted or placed in group homes, being sold off like a Joseph, having your identity hidden from you, been outcasted, exiled, banished, erased, been put under MK Ultra, have been bullied or abused by family, relatives, frenemies, been sexually abused or abused in all forms of the lees, emotionally, physically, mentally, all the lees, been placed in institutions, imprisoned, been poisoned physically and or spiritually, had dream magic put on you, or have experienced nightmares, experiences with paranoia, PTSD, been gang stalked everywhere you have moved, having internet issues or being harassed and stalked on the internet, had your character defamed, have had reoccurrences of sent in narcs or familiar past life spirits sent into you. For those of you who are having to deal with CPS, the brainwashing of your children or children being taken away. Those of you that have had stolen inheritances, spiritually and physically, had houses, properties taken from you or put under your name, life insurance put on your head, had illegal investigations, unknown court cases, dark web from hidden cameras been placed on the dark web, had just found out of the knowing of satanic family members. Those of you ladies that have had difficult pregnancies, those of you that have had abusive caretakers, whether in the church, youth programs, corrupt government officials, those of you that have had death magic put on you and all other dark magic and have ultimately been the sacrifice, this message may pertain to you. I hope your guys' day is going well for you and that you are keeping some attitude of gratitude, you guys. Come a long way, Divine Collective. Continue to keep moving on and pursuing the things in life that you want. Do not let anyone from your past dictate or try to manipulate or control you as far as your divine destinations. Asha. So, happy to be back on here. Happy Monday, you guys. I have been dibbling and dabbling and getting a little creative this weekend. And so I have done my own cards. So I wanted to pull a few and see what falls out and see who it could be, what we can learn, and how we can move forward. I shall go ahead and shuffle these. We'll see how this goes, guys. It's chaos everywhere. I can feel it right now. A lot of nervous people out there at this time. And it's not us, Divine Collective. It would be the ones who were coming for us. So, if you're feeling any anxiety or paranoia or symptoms of characteristics of people of your past, just know it's not you. Oh, wow. Just had a whole stack fall on the floor. Give me a second, guys. And I will take the ones that fell on the floor. So, the first card I have is those who may be involved, or this could be you, is air signs. They could be, or you could be, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Next, we have the government. Month, August. We have 304. We have awakening. We have sickness. Second, guys. Try to line these up a little bit. And the last one, free will. And put that in the middle. And I'll hide that one because it's really not important. So, what can we take from this? We definitely know that a lot of us are being watched, especially by the government, you special chosen divine beings with the spiritual gifts. We have you know what? I'm gonna pull all these if you guys don't mind, so I can take a look at it a little bit closer. And in the meantime of looking at that a little bit closer, let's see if we can pull some characters in this storybook we call life. I will take whatever falls out, per usual. Oh boy. So, we have the Queen of Wands in the downright. So I fell out. My way or the highway. Too many irons in the fire. Temperamental, pessimistic, demanding, not easily moved, strong-willed. So, for a lot of you guys out there, this could have to deal with a mother figure. This could have to be with a feminine ex or someone that you're trying to get away from at the moment, who right now is feeling very temperamental. And I definitely feel that in the air. With these Queen of Wands, a lot of karmic feminines out there, they have the temperament of definitely being demanding and want their way or it's no way. Definitely strong-willed with their intentions. Definitely, of course, for those karmic mother figures out there, they're definitely pessimistic over you, what you do, who you are, where you go, who you associate yourself with. And they have definitely put a lot of irons in the fire, and that would be involving a lot of people into digging into your business. So I'll take that as that. On the flip side of the positivity of the card, stylish trendsetter. The reason why a lot of divine feminine, or sorry, not divine, but I will say divine feminines are getting hated on at this time from karmic feminines is because you guys are charming. You are confident, courageous, energetic, outgoing, visionary, strong, and sexy. So, as I look back at these cards, the karmic feminines that may be involved may be a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius. Or you may be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Also, with the 304, a lot of karmic feminines out there portray themselves to be in the upright standing, church-going, God-fearing, and when they leave from church and the moon comes up, they definitely become those Jezebel, incubus, succubus beings. And instead of taking accountability for that and for just being honest and truthful with not only themselves but others, they decided to flip that one that she's holding and decided to defame our characters, Divine Feminines, portraying us as being 304s. And it's not even that. As you see the last word, it says sexy. We're sexy, bold, confident, independent, visionary, divine feminines. And that is why there has been a lot of envy from the flip side. And because we continue to be exactly who we are in our divine being, now they're throwing temper tantrums. So keep that as that. Still wanting to be demanding and control, trying to hold on. Yeah. So I'll take that as that. And we'll keep her in the upright. Next, we have the Five of Coins, left out in the cold this time. For a lot of you guys that are not only leaving karmic feminines, but just leaving karmic people in general, a lot of these people are feeling left out in the cold, feeling rejected, feeling turmoil, alienated, harsh conditions, financial ruin, loss, change, breakup. And I wonder why that could be. It definitely is because that's exactly the type of energy that they sent towards us, trying to cause us to be in sickness in many forms. And now that the return to senders have gone back up in the air, those bows, those arrows, now they are in complete ruin and feeling left out in the cold, just like they want it for us. On the flip side, out of the woods, looking ahead, positive changes, rebuild, acceptance, recovery, turning point. And we are definitely doing that, divine tribe, especially a lot of us that were meant to be buried in the woods. If you know, you know. And for a lot of us that are recovering from sickness as well. Definitely a lot of plots and plans that they had for a lot of us. And a lot of those plots and plans involved making us sick, depleting us little by little until we were no more. Now that we have come out of our own cold and we are in the warmth of Ra, we have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot of positive changes and definitely a chance to rebuild what has been taken from us. Ashe. I will keep that in the upstanding as well. As far as the government, a lot of y'all, Divine Collective, have found out that a lot of your family members who have government positions and or military as well were behind the scenes using their credibility and using their access to basically tear you down as well, using energy weapons, using, what's the word I want to look for, so I put it carefully, using new forms of toxins to put in your foods, your drinks, and your medicine. A lot of your family members are judges, lawyers, just corrupt policemen, corrupt investigators, informants. You're finding out that a lot of those people in your families that had higher up positions of so-thought power, they used their free will and decided to stir up about even more sickness. Besides, you know, the practitioners that were hired, the witches, the warlocks, they all had a part in causing us to feel ill and eventually trying to take you out. A lot of you guys are also having the awakening that a lot of those funerals that you went to, those deaths that came in threes all the time, when you look back, a lot of those deaths were sacrifices. And you're coming into the knowing of how a lot of your family members operate and how they come up in life and how, you know, a lot of them have, you know, basic jobs or, you know, jobs that really don't pay, you know, six figures or so, but they're able to go on trips and, you know, buy houses and new cars and, you know, sail overseas. And, you know, you're finding out about all of that. So a lot of you guys are a little bit further in your awakening and you guys have been knowing this, but for those of you guys in the Divine Collective that are just finding these things out, yeah, you're seeing things for what they are. And what I will also say with the free will card, a lot of you Divine Collective, even though finding out all of this through your awakening, you are choosing the free will to not go back towards them. You're allowing the Most High to seek vengeance at this time and continue to do so. We don't have to lift a finger, Divine Tribe. Just know that everything is divinely orchestrated and lined up perfectly for us. Let's see. Next card, we have the Page of Wands. So this would be for, you know, divine feminines out there that had to deal with a so-called man that actually ended up being a literal grown little boy. And you found out that they had lack of self-confidence, and because of that, they tried to pull down your self-confidence. Gotcha. And now they have run out of ideas. The forming of their ideas has stopped. They're feeling pessimistic, feeling self-limited, feeling hasty, having their energy siphoned, and they're at this time needing to find a new path and get off of our path and not even come towards our way. I shall continue to keep yourself in the upright of the Page of Wands, divine feminine and masculine out there, because the roles do go both ways. We all hold masculine and feminine within us, and there's a lot, let me explain this, there's a lot of masculines out there that want to be feminine, and there's a lot of feminines that want to have cojones and want to be masculine. So the feminine can definitely hold more masculinity than the feminine aspect, and vice versa, you guys. Anywho, on the flip side of this, we're having our energy restored and feeling like powerhouses. Feeling lovable again, have exciting plans coming about, charismatic, good news, feeling creative, playful, traveler, childlike, free thinkers, breaking away from the matrix, you guys, and still being childlike, because at the end of the day, that's how we do travel, in our own chariots. Our chariot is our vessel, you guys. And so a lot of us are moving forward in our chariots, not only in an actual one, but moving forward in the chariot of ourselves. Retraining that's true, retaining that childlike state that has allowed us and helped us to be survivors in life, I would say. Exciting plans. So we have the month of August. So for a lot of you guys, I'm seeing in the fall time that a lot of good news is going to be coming your way. And today, earlier when I was meditating on the cards, actually since last night, I've had travel come out and plane come out about 5 times already. So that's confirmation for change. So a lot of you guys are looking forward and getting ready for being able to go travel the world, you guys, and whatever world that may be for you, whether that's the literal actual world or just your own world. Get ready to make your exciting plans and continue to be free thinkers out there. Don't allow anybody to mind manipulate you, like I said, or have any type of control over you. You are you at the end of the day, and you are independently you as well, created uniquely by the Most High. So continue to be those free thinking powerhouses out there. I love that. Next card, we have the Ace of Wands, a passionate start, confirmation, new passion for love and life, attraction, go for it, igniting desire, aphrodisiac, engagement, chemistry, and fertility. A lot of you guys are using your own wands at this time and creating your own magic, and I love that. continuing to seek a passionate new start, getting rid of things that no longer serve you, people that no longer serve you, and surroundings that no longer serve you, which would be that travel. Time for new sightings, I would say. A lot of you guys are going to be able to ignite desire, have a lot of attraction going on at the time, a lot of new passionate relationships coming into you. Go ahead and go for it. Continue to use your discernment and your intuition, however, knowing that, a lot of people are going to be trying to circle back and come towards your way because it's in the air, you guys. And a lot of those exes from your past, they can definitely tell that new relations are coming towards your way. And so, just continue to use that wand of intuition, I would say. A lot of you guys are going to be fertile in multiple ways, having babies, growing new things financially, location-wise, being able to build up a stable house, stable family, stable legacies, things that a lot of these entities out here did not want for us, you guys. I'm not even going to read the flip side of the card. We're just going to try to keep it positive, you guys. And one of my favorite cards, Justice, Fairness and Balance. Doing what is right, cause and effect, integrity, fairness, balance, legal matters, consequences, life lessons, truth. So that would go with governments. Archangel Michael, Raphael, Uriel. Block communication errors at this time. I know they don't want me to get any of this out, and that's just too bad, as I will keep saying. But yeah, it's definitely time for fairness and balance on all sides. Time for people to do what is right, and it's definitely a cause and effect. That would be that. Did I have that? Yep. Free will card. Free will in the dark and free will in the light, as far as karmic energies. A lot of those in the light definitely did not have that integrity, definitely were not fair, possessive, controlling, just buffoons. Definitely time for the scales to balance themselves out. A lot of you guys may be facing legal matters at this time. Just know that the scales are balanced and that you will come out in the upright of that. It's a clean slate for you guys. Definitely going to be a lot of consequences for those in the downright of this card. And there's also consequences for Divine Collective. We're having karma, and they're facing dharma. On both sides, life lessons on both sides of the scales. A lot of these karmics out here, the whole time were being tested, and they thought that they were testing us, and meanwhile, they were ultimately just testing the Most High. And there's a lot of life lessons that they're going to have to learn at this time. And there's life lessons that we were able to gain and grow and overstand in, as far as life lessons dealing with a lot of these karmics and the things that they put us through. And also, Divine Collective, a lot of you guys out there, especially those of you that are 23 on the timer, Asheo, are taking those life lessons, and you're starting to speak your truth and starting to stand up for others and starting to be in the upright when it comes to the Justice card and in fairness. It's been a lot of unfairness, and it's time for all of that to stop. Asheo. They really took us through there. I'll say that. On the flip side, what are these karmics feeling? Guilt and blame. Avoidance. They're feeling as if us getting our blessings is unfair. They are now victimizing themselves, putting the blame on us. It's our fault that divine justice is being served, you guys. Trying to cancel culture. And that is definitely true. A lot of us that are in our awakening, we are finding out a lot about our cultures and finding out more about our ancestors and where we come from and who we are as a whole. And these karmics out here wanted to strip all of that from us. And while I say that, a lot of these karmic energies out there, especially if you were adopted, and I can say this for because I've been through it, a lot of you that have been adopted, you had your identity stripped from you. You weren't told who you really are, who you're really blood connected to, where your lineage comes from, so on and so forth. And so right now, I'm very happy that a lot of us get to find out who we truly are and who backs us up. A lot of these karmics didn't know who backed us up because at the end of the day, they didn't think we knew who backed us up. A lot of us have known for our whole lives. Right now, they're being shamed and blamed, and that's what they get. There's a lot of retribution going on, as it should be, and for them, they're having imbalances. God weighs the heart, and he sees if it's light as a feather. A lot of people see us as, or they say, oh, she thinks she's good, or he thinks he's too good, or they act like we have our noses up in the air and that we just think we're just so righteous and pure. But at the end of the day, none of us are spotless. We have all faced adversities. We have all made mistakes. The only thing is that we chose to get out of those cycles, and we chose to be generational curse breakers. And all of you guys out there are at this time, and you're putting your foot down and making it known that it stops with you, and that a regeneration of pure bloodlines will come about from you. So definitely, like it says, there's a lot of retribution going on at this time for a lot of you guys when it comes to the Great Reset, you know, as goes back in times from different eras. Divine Collective, we were supposed to basically be taken out for, you know, population control, aka the wiping away of divinity, I would say, again. And I'm thankful for the Most High right now, with the divine timing, that the reset is here. But for the flip side, for Karmicville and for the corrupt government entities, the reset has begun, I would say. It's definitely begun for us and for them. What they thought was going to go down for us is not. And what the Most High has set for our destinies is definitely beginning. And so I'm just really happy for Divine Collective at this time that the justice scales are balancing themselves out. Ashel, we deserve that. All right, you guys, that's kind of this is my first time kind of doing it this way, and I'm sure, you know, with time I will master it, as I usually do. That's what perfectionists do. We do it until we get it how we like it. And on that note, you know, for you newcomers that are just now tapping into the cards, you know, you see a lot of readers on here. You don't have to follow what anyone else does. You can move in your own ebb and flow when it comes to reading the cards and reading the energy, you guys. You just come up with your own ideas, your own movements, your own schedule, your own way of doing things. You do not have to look at anybody else and see how they're doing it. Just stay in your lane and allow others to do the same. I shall. So, with the karmic energies out there that wanted to pop up, let's see what they want to say to us. I like these cards. They're kind of funny. All right. Okay, so the first card. Those from your past want to say, or you might be saying this too. I'll take that on this one because it could go on the flip. I don't want to be contacted right now, and I wish to be left alone. That's how a lot of you guys are feeling out there. Don't want to hear it. Don't want any phone calls, messages, screen time calls, none of it. And also on the flip side, a lot of these karmic energies don't wish to be seen right now because their lives are up in shambles at this time. For the card that fell out, the 304, because they were being 304s, they don't want to be seen at this time because they have contracted diseases, incurable diseases, and it is causing their bodies to have sights of embarrassment, I would say. And so they wish to be alone at this time as well. Next card. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. And that's probably how they're feeling, and that's why they don't want to be seen. They're definitely feeling unattractive, definitely showed some ugly ways. For a lot of us, we didn't see what we seen in them. A lot of us seen people from our past for the potential of what they could be. And in reality, we had to put that dream to the side and null and void it, because you can't always look at the potential in people, especially when they don't see it in themselves. It's very unattractive. Next card. I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. And this can go flip ways as well. A lot of your karmic exes and family members and frenemies, co-workers, all the way up. They definitely don't want to listen to our voice. I'm sure it just sickens them, and that's good. Keep continuing to shine like a diamond. Keep speaking up for yourselves. Because it does affect both sides. It affects them because they know exactly what they did. And it affects your soul because getting that truth out allows you to feel light as a feather. Ashel. And also continue to listen to your voice. Ashel. Next card. I know what I'm doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. I like this card. A lot of us definitely do know what we're doing, and a lot of us have to play dumb to keep them confused. That is so true. And a lot of them thought they knew what they were doing, and they played dumb to try and keep us confused. But we've seen through all of that divine collective. And so now they're still confused. They don't know how we knew things, how we were alerted to what they were doing. And yeah. And also a lot of us don't need to know what we're doing at this time. So continue to move forward in silence, you guys, and keep them confused. Reverse psychology on them. Next card. I feel overwhelmed. I am drowning in my own thoughts. I'm sure they are. And, that's what happens when you use your free will for bad. And it's also what happens when the truth comes out and the light is shown on things. And now you're drowning in everything that you've done and basically in a mental prison. And that's exactly what a lot of these karmic energies are facing right now before it trickles down into actual going to jail or prison. So they'll be entrapped in their thoughts for a while. And for a lot of these karmic energies, they have a lot of time to sit down and think about what they've done. Ashel. Next card. I am not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. And that can go on flip side as well. A lot of them could not meet our expectations. A lot of them also couldn't meet the expectations of the cult covens and secret societies. They weren't able to take us out. And now the pressure is too much for them. Yeah, that's how I'll take that one. Definitely a lot of pressure going on for them. While they threw us under pressure, we just became even more shiny of a bright of a diamond. So, last card. I have lost faith in you and cannot see a future with you anymore. And that's exactly how a lot of us feel. We lost faith in a lot of people. And we definitely don't see a future with them anymore. And that is fair. And that is just. Continue to move forward. Let me see. Let's go ahead and ask some questions for the day. Come on. I'm gonna go ahead and move these out the way. First card, envy. Not exactly why everything is up in shambles right now. At the end of the day, it was a lot of envy going on all parties. I judge myself when. A card about the inner critic, about how we speak to ourselves, about the voice that sometimes closes the door instead of offering a way through. For both sides, ask yourselves today, in what situations do I judge myself the most? How do I talk to myself when things go wrong? Next card, belief in myself. Keep walking boldly on those steep cliffs, you guys. They put us there, but we learned how to tread it. Like the mountain goats that we are, who I want to be. A card about holistic vision of yourself in the future, about imagining who I want to become without limits or compromises. So with that jealousy card, you know, a lot of people, they really just needed to tune into themselves and really not have a one-sided minded competition. Figure out who they wanted to become. And on the flip side, continue to move forward in your holistic vision of your future and decide who do you want to become, who you want to become within 5 to 10 years from now, and what in you already matches this version. Ashe? It's not about looking to the left nor to the right. It's about focusing and moving forward within yourself, you guys. Next card. The fog. Fog symbolizes a state where the inner voice becomes uncertain and the direction unclear. It's about space. It's a space between knowing and not knowing, between stillness and movement, where the answer hasn't yet appeared. It's important not to rush clarity, but to allow myself to just be, sometimes in the fog. Understanding is born. That's kind of how I feel right now, you know, doing this for the first time. I already knew it was going to be a little bit foggy, but that's all right, because as you move forward, the unknown spaces, they do become clear. As you see within this reading, everything is aligning up as it should. Where am I now? In fog, vagueness, or uncertainty? What is it like to just be in this state without looking for the answers right now? What do I feel when nothing is happening? For a lot of you guys out there, just take time to be in stillness, I would say, and allow yourself to enjoy the quiet, because it helps you to be able to see clearly and to also be able to hear clearly, which will help you and aid you in your forward movement. And also allow the things that you cannot see, that don't appear in plain sight, to move you forward. Ashe, your whole spirit tribe. Being in the still and the quiet allows that fog to flee from you. So if you want the fog to go away, allow yourself to be still and to be quiet. Ashe? I can start with an infamous card right here. A lot of us are taking those little steps, you guys, and continue to do so. Follow the fear. A card about that moment when we approach fear. Sometimes it's an invitation to look deeper, not always a sign to stop. A lot of you guys out there, especially for you guys that have become awakened and you're tapping in to the energy and seeking deeper depths of enlightenment, I would say. Don't allow that to cause you any fear, and just continue to take those little steps forward. Questions you can ask: what causes fear in me and why? What am I avoiding even though something is calling me? That's a good question for you divine readers out there that are coming into the game. Don't allow that fear to keep you stagnant and stuck. Answer the call. Many are called, but few are chosen. And for those of you that are called, you are choosing to answering that call. Michelle, Archangel Michael, thank you. And also ask yourself what's really behind the fear. And most of the time, it is the thoughts of others and what they'll think about you and what they'll say and how they'll react. Don't worry about any of that, because those that are for you will be for you, and they won't care what you are doing, especially if it's positive, encouraging, and a way to have others awaken. It shouldn't matter about any of that. Just be true to you, especially for a lot of you guys out there that have grown up in religious backgrounds and in settings. A lot of them at this time definitely have a lot of chatter going up in the air about what you are doing at this time. Don't allow that chitter chatter in your ear bring you down or get you down or to keep you stuck. Just keep moving forward with those little steps, guys. You can do it. Take it from me. I'm ready to fight for. Put those helmets on, soldiers. Keep marching forward. Little battles, but the war has already been won, you guys. Guess that would be to say we wear war when we do, and we handle it very, very well. So, the fire within, a card about inspiration and inner fire. Every word's not speed, but rhythm, one's own pace and direction, confirmation. What sets my energy on fire and what action ignites me? Having your own rhythm, you guys, your own pace. It's not a race. Everything is divinely orchestrated and in divine alignment. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It could be reading the cards. It could be your music. It could be your construction job. It can be anything that you are doing, you guys, especially when it comes to your creative side. Allow that creativity to set you on fire. Michelle, keep going. Next card. I had a feeling this one would pop out today. Love. Chaos is sacred. One of my favorite cards. This card is about inner reconciliation, about accepting yourself in the past and present, about the softness you can offer yourself. A lot of us have definitely been through a chaotic life, but through that chaos, we have found our own inner strength and our own resilience, I would say. Questions you can ask yourself: what guilt do I still hold against myself? What would I say to my younger self right now? What message do I want to send to my future self? Well, can't send those messages to our future self without looking back into the storybooks of our past selves. For a lot of you guys out there, I can feel the empathetic pull. You know, you might feel bad for being around certain people, for doing certain things with certain people, and having that free will of being in certain places at the wrong time, you guys. And, you know, don't allow that to trip you up. You know, your path was already written before you even landed here. And so everything was going to happen how it happened anyway. And it was all to empower you and to strengthen you and for you to learn lessons. And so don't bring yourself down by thinking of those things. Just continue to move forward and continue to take those lessons and be a teachable teacher, allowing yourself to offer encouragement to others and letting them know that if you can make it through, then they can make it through as well. You guys, take what you've been through and turn it into a positive, always. Next card. Intimacy. I numb myself. Fog. Intimacy is the permission to be yourself next to another. Shell. It's trust, bodily presence, and contact without armor. And that's exactly what a lot of us are going to have, is reciprocal love, true love, supported love. Questions we can ask. Do I feel tenderness and mutuality? What do I miss in physical contact with loved ones? And how do I allow myself to be open? For a lot of you guys that have left everyone behind, you might be needing a hug right now, or just some form of closeness, an encouraging word even. And, allow yourself to pour it into yourself and to be open with your own self. Give yourself that own hug, that own encouragement. And I know it's easier said than done, you guys, because a lot of you guys are doing this alone, and when you're doing everything alone, it can cause you to feel burdened and to feel like there's an insurmountable boulder and weight on your shoulders. But just know that with the Most High's help and your ancestors backing you up and your angels, that you can allow yourself to be open with yourself and to be present for yourself, Ashe, and to give yourself that tenderness that you seek at this time. And in doing so, with the self-love and self-care, you will be able to clear the fog as far as being able to be open and to be clear as far as it comes to those relationships and companionships that are coming into you guys here in the future. Michelle, so be open to you, be tender with you, so that you can do that for those that are coming into you and into your life, you guys. Definitely do not allow those hearts to be hardened like these karmics wanted our hearts to be, Asha. And while I'm speaking of that, I don't know about you, but, I know that this last weekend was another series of, I would say, heart spells. Definitely trying to send those palpitations maybe towards your way, trying to pull at the heartstrings, making you feel bad for them, making you want to long for putting that family unit back together, a friendship unit, whatever the case may be. And, just don't allow these karmic energies out there to do that to you. Definitely do not feel sorry for them, and do not allow yourself to be pulled back towards the toxicity, you guys, especially for those of you that have children. Make sure that they're not involving the children to pull at your heartstrings to make you try to come back or to rekindle relationships in any form, you guys, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to eliminate you in multiple ways, you guys. So don't do that. Asha. Next card and last of this set. Let it change. Continue that transformation, you guys. A card about allowing change to come, about the absence of control and the ability to accept the new. Let go of what you cannot control, and you cannot control people. You definitely cannot control people, and I'll say that. You cannot control people. You can only control you. Ooh, stuttering. Ooh-wee. They don't like that. And the ability to accept the new. New in every aspect, you guys. Questions: what is changing within me right now? A lot of you guys are coming out of those cocoons. What am I holding on to even though it has run its course? And what can I let go of to allow change to happen? Very good questions. You guys can answer those for yourself. I shall. Let's go ahead and pull a few angel messages. Those. Second, guys. Woo. Flying out. They have a lot to say to us, so I'm just gonna take the first 10 cards because that's what I have enough room for. This one flipped out, showing itself, so we'll go with this one first. Trust yourself more. Know that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to, all in divine timing, confirmation. Get excited about the future again instead of fearing it, you guys. Next. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you will grow most. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. Definitely be proud, you guys. Celebration time, graduation time. Ooh, confirmation burp, excuse me. Sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you or realize they took you for granted, because you finally respect yourself enough to know that you deserve better. It's so true. Keep moving forward in the knowing of all of that, you guys. Do not look back. Do not want to turn into a pillar of salt. Self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Definitely important. Meditate, that quiet. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. It's Monday, you guys, but it can still be a fun day. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes right back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will always be yours. Believe that. Definitely, you guys. What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are the areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. That's for Karmicville and for Divine Collective. Because a lot of, on both sides, you know, you have to fight those demons. You have to go face that dark side and that shadow side so that you can balance yourself out. If you don't, it causes a lot of worry and upset. And at the end of the day, we do not want disrupted sleep. I shall. But for Karmicville, they're definitely getting a lot of disrupted sleep. And that is fair and that is just, I'm hearing. Tackle those demons, though, regardless. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Confirmation to what I was saying. Staying in our own lanes. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past. No, not other people. Exactly. Like I said, for a lot of these karmics out here from our past, it was a one-sided competition. We're not in competition with anyone but ourselves. And that's something that they fail to see and definitely understand. They don't overstand. So just continue to live your best life. Keep shining and growing and thriving, you guys. Sorry, I dropped a card there. Next, perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift. One change after another. You are learning to adapt and grow. Hey, you might be adopting. I know I'm going to here in the future. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Michelle. Be kind and gentle towards others that deserve that gentleness and kindness. If it's meant to be, it will be. You won't have to force, convince, or worry over it. Let it flow, let it be, and let it come to you. You are attracting everything you need. Trust the timing of your life. Divine timing, divine tribe. And last, your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. I'll show you guys. Continue to tune in and hold in to that inner voice. That is the place where your voice sounds within, the one that knows what you truly want. There lives intuition, desire, dreams, childhood memories. It's a return to yourself before words arise, and continue to stay in your authenticity, divine tribe. For that is the path of your honesty with yourself. There lives truth. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable, sometimes you can be vulnerable, but it's always alive. Asheo. I'm gonna leave it there, divine tribe. I hope that you guys have a supreme rest of your day. Chosen divine beings out there that are taking a stand in these days and times, continue to do so. Don't only stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself, but allow yourself to reach your hand back as Miss Mermaid is right there, and allow yourself to take that lamp and to be able to shine truth for others that haven't found their inner strength or inner voice at this time. That would be for the Most High's babies. That would be for the infants, for the youth, for the divine feminines that have the youth and the babies, you guys. And that would be for the elderly and for those with disabilities who cannot stand up for themselves at this time, you guys. Continue to be 10 toes down, to continue putting those helmets on, and continue using your intuitive insights as far as it comes to making a change in this world, you guys. I love you, and I will see you on the next one.